When you are facing an unexpected expense or a temporary cash flow gap, waiting around for a loan decision feels nerve-wracking. Every minute that passes without an answer raises the anxiety. Will the approval come through today, or will you be left hanging while bills accumulate? If you are looking into possible finance, understanding their exact approval timeline and funding mechanics can relieve that stress and help you plan your next move with clarity. The approval process for possible finance is engineered to be fast, but the exact timeline depends on whether your application gets instantly automated or flagged for a quick manual review. In the vast majority of standard applications, the initial pre-qualification and approval decision takes only a few minutes, often under 5 minutes from the moment you hit submit inside the app. Because possible finance relies on direct bank data through Plaid rather than pulling traditional FICO credit scores, their algorithm evaluates your cash flow trends, regular deposits, and account stability in real time. For most users whose bank accounts link smoothly and whose personal details match up, that means you receive an immediate decision right on your screen. However, not every application sails through automatically, and that is where uncertainty usually sets in. If your application is not approved instantly, it does not automatically mean you are denied. Instead, it usually means the system needs a human eye to verify specific details, which extends the review timeline to between 1 and 3 business days. Why might your application take longer than 5 minutes? The most common culprit is identity or document discrepancy. If the photo of your government-issued ID is blurry, angled, or missing a corner, the system cannot verify your identity automatically. Mismatched personal details, such as an address on your application that does not match your recent bank statements or a typo in your social security number, will also pause the automated approval. Another frequent bottleneck is a credit freeze. Even though possible finance does not base its approval on your credit score, they still perform identity and fraud checks through credit bureau records. If your credit report is currently frozen, their system cannot complete the verification. You will need to temporarily lift the freeze and tap Continue in the app to resume the review. Bank connectivity issues, such as an unsupported financial institution or an unstable Plaid connection, can also cause processing delays. Once your loan gets approved, another question immediately follows. How quickly does the actual money hit your account? Here, possible finance offers 2 distinct funding pathways that dictate your waiting time. If you opt for instant disbursement to an eligible debit card, the funds are transferred almost immediately, usually arriving within seconds to minutes after you accept the loan terms. If you select standard direct deposit via ACH, the transfer typically takes 1 to 2 business days to settle into your checking account, excluding weekends and federal bank holidays. In rare cases involving specific processing windows, ACH transfers can take up to 3 to 5 business days. If you want to ensure your approval happens as quickly as humanly possible, there are several concrete, actionable steps you can take before and during the application process. First, double-check your personal information before submitting. Ensure your legal name, home address, date of birth, and social security number strictly match what is on file with your bank and government documents. Second, check your credit status with the major bureaus. If you have locked or frozen your credit profile for security, log in to lift the freeze temporarily before applying so the verification engine does not hit a wall. Third, make sure the primary checking account you link via Plaid is your active account showing at least 90 days of consistent income deposits and cash flow. Linking a brand new or secondary account with minimal activity is one of the fastest ways to trigger a manual review or outright rejection. Fourth, if the app asks you to upload a photo of your ID, take the photo in a well-lit room on a flat, dark surface, making sure all 4 corners are visible and there is no light glare covering your photo or text. Finally, if speed is your top priority for receiving cash, make sure to select the debit card instant disbursement option during cash out rather than standard ACH transfer. By keeping your documentation clear, your bank link active, and your credit unfrozen, you remove nearly every barrier that causes delays. For most applicants, you will have your decision in under 5 minutes and the funds in your account shortly after.